Covering news where you live. This is 5 News First at 4.
It has been a very rainy, very cloudy, very cold, well, I say cold, cooler Wednesday. This is a live look right now from our iCam on the Fayetteville Square. Things have calmed down just a bit, but take a look at this video out of Owasso, Oklahoma. The National Weather Service confirms a tornado appeared on the radar near the Tulsa suburb. You can see the damage left behind as the line of strong storms moved through the area this morning. Thanks for joining us for your 5 News First at 4. I'm Darren Bobb. Joshua Weisel here now in the 5 News Weather Center. Been a very busy day tracking these systems as they're coming through, and we're just now getting started.
Yeah, and this is going to be a complex and busy next several days. This is going to be one of those risks where, we may have a risk for strong, severe storms the next several days, but each day is going to kind of influence the next. Now, portions of Logan, Scott, and Johnson County are under a flash flood warning. This was new since before the show, and you can see quite a bit of activity. Fortunately, the bulk of it is continuing to push off to the east of our area. There's a little bit of energy still in the River Valley, leading to additional thunderstorms, but these are not severe. These are just moderate to heavy rainfall producers and some lightning, and of course, that flash flooding risk that we're looking in our southeastern counties. Flash flood watch is in effect for the next couple of days for a large portion, if not all, of our county coverage area. Still looking at portions of Scott, Logan, and Johnson County in a tornado watch in effect until 6 p.m. tonight. Unfortunately for our neighbors to the east, their afternoon is just getting started. Significant severe weather is expected for eastern Arkansas, where we do have this level 5 out of 5. It is a rare high risk for the east, but for our neck of the woods, notice our severe weather risk is decreasing for this afternoon and evening. We're in a 1 and a 2 out of 5. But I suspect with the next outlook here in the next couple of hours that is going to be pushed even further out of our area. So we're pretty much done with the severe weather risk for a large portion of our county coverage area, but not for the next couple of days. We still have a couple additional rounds that we're going to be watching, and it's going to be complex. So keep it here with us. We're going to walk you through those details here coming up with the main forecast segment, just because we know it's going to be a little bit confusing and it's going to be a lot. So we're going to walk you through that, let you know the very latest here coming up.
All right, Joshua, thanks. We've got you covered, of course, during severe weather season on our free 5 News smartphone app. You can find live radar plus updates from our weather team. In the past hour, you just heard the president declaring today Liberation Day as he rolls out new tariffs on countries that tax U.S.-made goods. Countries with the biggest trade deficits expected to be impacted the most includes China, Japan, Brazil, and the European Union. The president has labeled this Liberation Day because he says the tariffs will restore American wealth. And after taking office, he signed an order to explore creating an external revenue service tasked with collecting tariffs and other foreign trade-related revenue. Meanwhile, U.S. businesses that export their products overseas are expressing concern about retaliatory tariffs.
80% of the airplanes we deliver, the commercial airplanes we deliver, are outside of the United States. So free trade is very important to us.
Bank of America analysts say Toyota, Honda, and Nissan will be impacted the most by the auto tariffs since they import more than 50% of their vehicles. GM imports 49%, while Ford imports about 20% of its vehicles. New at 4, rapid growth and change in Northwest Arkansas has 2 groups now trying to get in front of any water issues right now, like quality and conservation. 5 News reporter Kayla Davis joining us now. And Kayla, the Beaver Watershed Alliance and the Illinois River Watershed Partnership joining efforts for area water needs, and they could be great.
Yeah, that's right, Darren. Their hope is as the area reaches 1 million residents over the next 25 years, they'll find ways to protect our water supply along with it. The technique they plan to use is called smart growth. It combines different tools to preserve clean water in Northwest Arkansas. They say the main areas of focus are on how to design and develop infrastructure, increase stormwater management, and floodplain protection. For example, rather than building new properties on natural spaces which cause erosion, flooding, and pollution to our drinking water, they're looking at ways to design more dense areas and keep water on site.
River Lake is the drinking water resource for almost the entire region. And so we've been very fortunate about that, but we also can't take that for granted. And as we grow towards 1 million people in our region, that is going to be much more important to protect and invest in, because it's like all the rest of the infrastructure that we have, whether it be roads and bridges and streets. We need to invest in it in order to protect it.
I'm told residents at home can do their part by building rain gardens in area neighborhoods and speaking with city leadership to create change. Kayla Davis, 5 News.
All right, Kayla, thanks. University of Arkansas Fort Smith today launching a public fundraising campaign that they say looks to reshape education and power economic development across the River Valley. 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi has more now on this fundraising campaign and the multi-million-dollar gift that was already announced.
Absolutely transformational.
On Wednesday, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith launched the public phase of its largest fundraising campaign to date, the Intrepid Ambition Initiative. School representatives say they have already raised more than $68 million of the $85 million goal. Now, UAFS is asking for the community support.
We want to invest in our students, we want to invest in the expertise of our people, and then we want to invest in this community. And kind of the entire campaign is centered around those 3 priorities and how we better do all of them.
Money raised so far is already helping train future teachers, manufacturers, and healthcare professionals. And at Wednesday's kickoff, a $7.5 million anonymous gift was announced. That money will help launch UAFS's Center for Nonprofits, or CNP. It will offer professional development, operational support, and training to local nonprofits.
It will make a significant change in how we support nonprofits, not only here in the River Valley, but across the state. Our goal would be to have student interns in as many nonprofits as we possibly can. We will be able to scholarship students to be able to do that so that the nonprofits won't have to pay anything to make that happen. And then in turn, the students are going to get credit for making that social work connection.
The university hopes to have the Intrepid Ambition Initiative fully funded by its centennial in 2028.
If aligned the right way, it actually propels us into the future and just deepens that relationship that we have in this community.
In Fort Smith, covering news where you live, Jacob Luthi, 5 News.